Most men think attraction is about what you give her, the attention, the effort, the consistency, the texts, the plans, the presence. They think if they just give enough, she will feel enough. And they are wrong. Not because giving is bad, but because what a woman's nervous system actually responds to has almost nothing to do with how much you give. It responds to how much you need, and the man who needs the least is almost always the man she cannot stop thinking about. Here is what is actually happening inside her world. From the moment a woman becomes physically attractive, she enters a completely different reality than the one you grew up in. At school, at work, online, in public, men signal interest constantly, approaching, complimenting, liking, replying, chasing, orbiting. Add social media to that, and she has an inbox full of men who think they are special for saying good morning. So what happens to her nervous system over time? Attention stops being special. For you, giving her attention might feel like a significant thing, like you are offering something real. For her, it is Tuesday. Her brain has been running the same script for years. Another one. Seen this pattern? Next. She does not even fully process most men. She does not sit there analyzing every message. She rejects on autopilot, and most men never even make it past the filter. This is why you can be a decent man and still get ignored. It was never personal. You just never broke the pattern. The man who breaks the pattern does not do it by being better at the same thing every other man is doing. He does it by being fundamentally different in one specific way. He does not need her reaction to feel okay. He is calm when others are eager, composed when others are chasing, grounded when others are performing. And her brain, trained to reject what is predictable, stops. For the first time in a long time, she thinks, wait, why is he not reacting like the others? That question is everything. Because the moment she starts asking that question, she is no longer on autopilot. She is paying attention. She is trying to figure you out. And people do not invest energy trying to figure out things they do not care about. Here is where it gets interesting. Women do not take behavior at face value. They interpret it. What he said and what he did not say. How he acted and what he held back. The behavior and the intention she feels behind it. So when you are not obsessed, not pushing, not rearranging your schedule around her, she does not just think he is cold. She thinks, why is he cold? And her mind quietly runs through the possibilities. Does he already have women in his life? Is he focused on something bigger than me? Is he the kind of man other women want? And almost always, she lands on one of two conclusions. This man has a mission that matters more to him than my attention. Or, this man has options. I am not his only possibility. Those two things, purpose and perceived options, are among the most attractive signals a man can send. Not because you told her, because she concluded it herself. And the conclusions a woman reaches on her own are always more powerful than anything you could say out loud. Now, here is the part most men misunderstand. This is not about performing coldness. It is not about playing games or manufacturing distance. It is about actually having a center that is not her. A man with purpose does not need to pretend he is busy. He is busy. He has something he is building, something that existed before she arrived and will continue after she leaves. His direction is not a strategy. It is real. A man with standards does not need to fake having options. He simply does not cling. He does not chase every time she pulls back. He does not tolerate low effort. He does not panic when she is not immediately available. And that, the willingness to walk away, is what actually communicates options. Not a line, not a tactic. The quiet, genuine belief that you are worth choosing and that you will not wait indefinitely for someone who has not chosen you yet. There is a third thing that happens when a woman senses this energy in a man. Her instinct to be admired activates. With most men, she already knows the outcome. He is interested. He is available. She does not need to try. She is the prize by default, so she does not. So, invest. There is no tension, no pursuit, no challenge. But when you are not easily impressed, when you talk to her like she is a person and not a destination, Doubt enters. Does he actually like me? Did I make an impact? Why is he not reacting the way others do? And that doubt, that small, specific uncertainty, does something remarkable. It turns her attention toward you. She starts putting more thought into what she says. She dresses differently when she knows she will see you. She notices when you are in the room. She starts trying to win something from you that she cannot quite name. That is investment. And here is the truth about how women bond. A woman does not fall for a man she never had to earn. Attachment grows through what she puts in, not just what she receives. When you stay grounded and non-reactive, you give that instinct space to activate. She begins to chase your admiration, and when a woman starts chasing, she starts bonding. So what does this actually look like in practice? Not as a performance, as a way of existing. You do not close the distance before she does. You are comfortable in the space between you. You do not use touch as a way to manage your anxiety about how things are going. You are simply present, and you let her come to you. When most men like a woman, they rush, they sit closer, they reach for her hand, they hug at every opportunity. They are always closing the distance as fast as possible. What does that signal? I'm afraid of losing this before it even starts. A grounded man is not afraid of space. He does not need physical reassurance to confirm that things are going well. He uses touch, but intentionally. Sometimes he initiates, other times he simply receives. He is comfortable either way, because his sense of how things are going does not depend on proximity. You do not maintain the connection for both of you. You do not call 5 times if she called once. You do not fill every silence because silence makes you nervous. Your life has weight, work, direction, people who matter, and that weight shows up in your availability naturally. The man who is always texting back within seconds, always available, always the one keeping the conversation alive, he is communicating one thing without saying a word. I have been waiting for you to give me something to respond to. That is not attractive. That is not devotion. That is a man whose inner world is quieter than his phone. You do not argue for ego. When she tests, when she provokes, when she tries to pull you into emotional chaos, you stay in your own frequency. Not cold, not indifferent, just unmoved. Because a man who cannot be emotionally thrown around signals something her nervous system recognizes immediately. He is the anchor, not the storm. And you do not worship her. You can like her. You can be happy she is in your life. But there is a vast and important distance between, I am glad you are here, and I cannot believe someone like you is talking to me. One communicates a man who has a life she is now part of. The other communicates a man who has been waiting for permission to exist. The man who does not chase does not do it to seem mysterious. He does not do it to play games. He does it because he genuinely has somewhere else to be, something he is building, something he cares about, a life that does not pause every time a woman gives him attention. And that, more than anything, is what pulls a woman in. Not because you withheld yourself, because you were full enough that you did not need to give yourself away. Neediness is the real repellent, not ugliness, not height, not money. The man who needs her approval to feel okay about himself, she feels that before he opens his mouth, and the man who does not, she feels that too. Become the second man, not as a strategy, as a standard. Because the man who does not chase, does not beg, does not lose himself the moment she looks his way. That man does not just attract women. He becomes the gravity she orbits,